Hi, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. This is your tarot spread for going into March for the next few weeks. So, this is for anyone who has Virgo prominent in their chart. If you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, or if you are a sun, moon, or rising. So, I'm shuffling oracle cards, seeing if anything wants to pop out. Maybe not. There we go. Peaceful, Holy Spirit. All right, so you have a lot of peace around you, and if you are in conflict at the moment, heavy conflict, this is a sign that peace is on its way. You're a leader, you're being called to take a leadership position right now, take control, take charge, and wise decisions. So if you are kind of doubting a decision you made very recently, Spirit is saying that this was a good choice. This is a good thing that you did. Okay, so Virgo, I'm going to pull some tarot cards here. Get more specific into your tarot spread. All right, Virgo. Queen of Swords. So look at you. You are taking action, taking control here, especially if you are feminine. You're really embracing your feminine powers at the moment, that receptive energy. If you are a masculine, you could be dealing with a very powerful feminine in your life, maybe an air sign, possibly a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So this is all about this is a very intellectual woman here, or not necessarily gendered, but like strong feminine energy here. And someone who really speaks her mind and says what she means without sugarcoating it or getting too emotional about it, really just getting to the point and really using her head, using logic to make decisions. You did have wise decision here. So justice reverse. So again, we have more Libra energy coming up. So some of you could be involved in some type of legal matter, possibly. Otherwise, you could just be dealing with a very unfair situation. Maybe someone who is taking advantage of you, or who has taken advantage of you in the past, but just a very unfair situation here. And I feel like you're being called to take charge and put a stop to this and kind of call out the BS when you see it, and just not being afraid to beat around the bush or talk or walk on eggshells. Eight of Pentacles. So you are very dedicated right now. You could be very focused on your work right now. This could possibly be a work-related matter here. And I think you're just you're doing your own thing, like a Virgo always does. You're working very hard at the moment, and you're putting in the time, the energy, and the dedication. Ace of Pentacles reverse. So on your mind, you you could be sort of trying to plant some sort of seed. I feel like you're working really, really hard on something, but you're not seeing the results right now. And it feels like you're not going to really see any results for a while. Some of you could be working on your body, like a workout plan or something, or a diet. You could be just putting in a lot of hours at your work, or you could be making some kind of project or something, and it feels like there's just nothing to show for it. If this is in terms of romance, you could be putting a lot of work into this relationship, and it feels like you're not getting that commitment that you deserve or that you might want. So it's like all this work you put in and there's nothing to show for it. So that could make sense why this situation feels so out of whack and so unbalanced. So 10 of Cups reverse in your past. So you could have had some type of unfair ending come to you, or there could have been something that happened and it didn't offer you the closure that you needed. In romance, there definitely could have been some type of breakup or falling out, even like with a friend, a falling out with someone, or just like in general, like an overall sense of like dissatisfaction here. Because I feel like you're like I said, like, you're working really hard and it feels like there's not much to show for it, and you might not even realize how powerful you truly are. Okay, now we have the 5 of Pentacles reverse in the future. So we have a lot of earthy energy here, which is like you, Virgo, or Capricorn, Taurus too. So you could be dealing with an earth sign like yourself, or this could just be like a lot about work. You could be really focused on work right now and your career path, or you could be really like stressing out about money as well. That could be another thing. You could have had some type of financial loss in the past, or some cutback at your job or something like that. And then coming into the future, I feel like your luck I'll see when I pull more cards, but I'm gonna say I feel like your luck is about to turn around. I feel like you will see the money come through, especially after a long period of feeling like you don't have enough support. So whether that's like literally money or resources, or like support from your partner or from your friends, it's sort of been like this drought. I feel like that will change very soon. 2 of Wands. So you are looking forward. I feel like you're really investing in your future, and that's kind of why it seems like you don't really have enough in the moment, because you're like very fixated on the future and like what lies ahead and what comes next. So I feel like the future does look bright, but you could be kind of like overly fixated on the future, and you're like all this stuff I'm working for, like, why is it not here yet? It's like it's gonna come eventually. You will reap your rewards, but you kind of have to like live in the moment for now, and then when it comes, it'll come. 9 of Swords. Someone here could be very worried about you too. Someone could be very stressed. If you are in a relationship, your partner could be worried about finances and security just as much as you are. I feel like you sort of have a little bit more hope towards the future, and you're because you're like so fixated on the future, like you're very focused right now, and there's someone who you're dealing with, like your partner or your friend or someone who you're very close with, is kind of like adding to the anxiety, and they're very like stuck in their head, and they're very worried about this situation. They're worried if you're going to make it, or if the both of you are going to make it through this. And I feel like it's more you who's kind of trying to be positive and trying to just like keep looking forward. Meanwhile, you're sort of dealing with someone who's kind of like just making things worse, because this is someone who like worries a lot, and you have to be the one to like remind them to stay positive. The Lovers, beautiful. So this is Gemini energy, but not necessarily. So you're being guided towards the Lovers. So there is some type of like important decision, especially like how this card came up too. You're gonna be called to make some sort of decision, I feel like, and you might have to kind of go with your gut. You might have to just make a decision based off faith rather than logic, and I know, like, at the start of the spread, and this is the theme for your spread is very, like, logical and thinking with your head and making very practical choices, but I feel like the universe is pushing you to really, like, think with your heart, and if this is a head or heart decision, I think you yourself really wanna just do what you think is best, like the most logical option. The universe is really calling you to like feel with your heart, think with your heart, choose your heart over your head. Then we have Two of Swords reversed. So I see this card as like decisiveness and knowing what to do. So yeah, I feel like you have a lot of power here to make some type of decision. There's definitely, like, a sense of, like, insecurity and, like, lacking enough resources, and you're dealing with someone who's just, like, really anxious about, like, everything, and I feel like the power is in your hands to decide where this goes, what happens, and I think you are leaning towards doing what feels most logical, but the universe is saying, like, go with your heart. It's a very strong message here. So, thanks so much for watching, Virgo. I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated, and I send you many blessings.